He was asleep before the truck was back on the motorway. His dreams were a strange mixture of colour and sound interwoven with nightmare of the Auckland streets. The night he lay over his mother, absorbing blows his father pounded down on them both. He'd believed he was going to die. Then the police broke through the front door and wrestled his father off them. "You little bastard, I'll kill you," his father screamed at Romeo as he ran from the house. "I'll find you, you fucking cunt. I'll find you, wherever you're hiding, and I'll kill you." Romeo shot out the back door, scrambled over the fence, and ran down the street. He didn't stop until his breathing seared in his chest. Somehow he made it to the city centre. Once he got there, he learned the rules quick. He avoided the old filthy guys who stunk of booze and piss and preyed on the boys and the empty-eyed street kids, so hardened from the years on the skids that kill you for your shoes. At night, he hid amongst the stinking rubbish skips behind a restaurant in the centre of the city, and his days were spent huddled on a park bench in the botanical gardens. He'd felt old inside and out and ached deep in every part of his body. He kept losing bits of himself to the constant cold and gnawing hunger and the indifference of strangers. He marked his decline in increments. The first time he ate food out of the rubbish, for example. He was huddled in an alleyway off an inner-city street. He watched the kid take one bite of his burger, screw up his face and drop the rest in an empty bin. The council worker had just changed the bag. There was no reason why he couldn't take it. It would be clean, and he hadn't eaten for 3 days. The first time he stole something, a hot pie and can of Coke from a dairy while the shop owner filled shelves at the back of the shop. His clothes got filthier, his hair matted and louse infected, and his body was so odorous even he couldn't stand himself. The constant itching and shivering drove him insane. His nightmares became a respite from his reality. Washing was a luxury he fantasized about, to be clean and smell of soap, his ultimate dream. It was almost a relief the night the cops caught up with him. Romeo didn't say anything until they got back to the farm. He was so tuned up. He and Robert were in the barn, hefting sacks of oats and pig nuts off a pallet and stacking them against the wall. A sack slid out of his arms, landing on his foot. Fuck! His frustration exploded out of him. What happened with my dad? We talked, and he left. Robert swung the last 4 sacks up off the pallet to the wall. Feed the chickens and give Piripi a hand with the horses. He straightened up, stretched out his back, then started walking away. What did you talk about? Romeo followed him out of the barn into the low afternoon sun. Did he come to deal to me? Robert turned around. He's looking for your mother. He thought she might be here. Mum? The boy's face lost all colour. Why? Where is she? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know, Robert repeated. What I do know is that your father doesn't know either. He could be lying. Romeo's voice rose with panic. He could have pretended to look for her. He could have killed her. He could have. He's not that clever. We should try find her. Romeo ran agitated hands through his hair until it stuck up. What about the kids? The kids are okay. They're still with your grandmother. Why can't they come here? This place is so big. They wouldn't be any trouble. They're good kids. Quiet. I'll look after them. I promise. There won't be any trouble. Robert shook his head. I told you. Go feed the chickens. I'll see you inside for dinner. He turned and walked in the direction of the cowshed. Fuck you, Romeo yelled. You don't fucking know me. You don't tell me what to do. Robert stopped. Romeo didn't move. He lifted his chin high and stared at his uncle, challenge pulsing out of him, waiting for the inevitable smack. Would it be a punch, a slap, a kick, maybe all three? Robert turned and looked at him. Don't forget to give Piripi a hand with the horses, and pick the one you want, because it's about time you learn how to ride. You've been avoiding it for weeks. Without another word, he walked away. Romeo stared after him.